to a charity of choice that we are yet to decide. But ladies and gentlemen, we are back with racing. And this is Sam Gray, Group B, qualifying round number 4. You'll notice the GoPro on the bow of the boat there. The boys just having a little bit of a look to see what their facial reactions are like in various parts of the track. Mike Allen doing the navigational duties. The Stinger Hull, the boys from Carterton, Sam Gray, the crayfisherman, and Mike Allen, the forestry worker. A couple of hard-working boys decided to spend some money on some toys and jet spreading. What a way to go. Of course, we do understand that these boats are faster off the line when we're talking unlimited super boats, faster off the line than a Formula One race car. Sam Gray there with a 105.125, so 65.125 there. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, hope you enjoyed your time in the pit and paddock area and got up close and personal to the drivers and navigators and got a bit of a better appreciation of how small these boats are and how big the engines are. And what a fantastic day here at Shelterview, and it's great to see you all in here. We still have 2 qualifying rounds and then the eliminations. Top 9, top 6, top 3. So if you've got anyone close to the aqua track here, get on the phone, get on Facebook, send smoke signals, do whatever you need to do. Get them down here to get their backside trackside, because we have seen some pretty exciting action already so far today. Some word out of the paddock with Uncle Tony Reid, who flipped the boat and stuck it right up on the bow and ripped the helmet off the driver and navigator. Word is that that boat will not be going any further through the day. They ingested a little bit of water into the engine. They hope they haven't hydraulicked it. So time will tell, but that will be the end of them for the day as we have a look at the Flounder Pounder. Ollie Birder, Millie Simmons. Industrial Manufacturing Systems and Will Signs. The pair of people in this boat are students still in high school. And I tell you what, Ollie Birder, driving beautifully at the moment. Spent a season in the Navigator's chair and now has progressed to behind the wheel, and he's doing a fantastic job. Just this boat is just set up so well that you can really mash the pedal and just work on the lines, getting smooth. The split will be okay to 43.245. Into this left-hander now, lining it up for the run at home. And this will be a tidy time, sub 1 minute, so it's a 59.208. So the student from Hawke's Bay and the student from Havelock North have just set down a time for the rest of the Group Bs to chase in qualifying round 4. So great to see those people who've jumped in on the raffle for the rescue crew, who do such a wonderful job each and every time. Very, very professional form. You see the fire truck down there, the motorsport rescue crew. They cruise around to all forms of motorsport right around this country, and even extended themselves out to Australia for the World Series of Jet Spreading only 2 months ago. And we are now looking at our next boat, which will be Liquid Addiction with Tim and Debbie Edhouse out of Ofonga. The L98 6 litre, the Scott 8 1/4 inch jet unit from Ofonga Motors, Tyre Max New Zealand, Waikato Clutch and Brake Specialists, and McCurdy Trucks. Oh, that's beautiful through there. I'll tell you what, Tim Edhouse just seeing this racetrack with big eyes. This season not only brought to you by Mouthfresh but also by Stinger. So great to see the sponsors on board, loaders as well. Here at the Wanganui Aqua Track, the twist, the split was at 42.704. Also thanks to Riverside Automotive, Avoca Hotel, Emmett's and Auto Stripes amongst them. And he's Tim and Debbie Edhouse in the push for the line for this round. And straight to the top of the table, Click with an Ollie Burden with a 58.949. 58.949. And so that he's 0.3 of a second quicker than the time that Ollie Burden posted. Craig Shaw will be out next in the outer limits machine. This boat has had a lot of trouble getting off the line. So let's see what Craig Shaw and Stuart White have been able to do to this vessel to get it off the line a little bit better than we've seen so far. Yeah, they've really got to rev it to get it up the race pace, so not too sure what's going on there. They'll certainly need to be working on that. Maybe it's an issue with the impellers and the blades just slipping. Maybe they got the wrong combination in. But hopefully Leighton Manel will be down there. Oh, really wide in that entrance to the hairpin, but it worked to great effect. So Craig Shaw, the outer limits vessel, the Stinger machine, Titus Motors and Services, Collier Motor Engineers. Stewie White from Wanganui in the navigator's chair, the automotive technician from right here in Wonga Vegas. Where's the split going to be? It's a 44.793. So that's a little bit out of the time that Ollie Burder posted. And it will be over a minute, so a 61.192, 101.192 there for Craig Shaw and Stewie White. For some reason, that boat just not getting off the line. We'll send our information gatherers down there to find out a little bit about that. Good work during lunch break. So try to get the big screen in the way. That they got their hand up to the Beaver reliever down there, Carl Beaver and Jay Amon. So something going wrong there. They put their hand up. They will get the opportunity for a restart under the rules of New Zealand Jet Sprint Racing. So Craig Shaw now putting his boat up onto the trailer. Just waiting to see what Carl Beaver's about to do. After lunch, everything just seems to slow down. The old calories just feeding into the stomach. It's just like after Christmas lunch. Everybody needs a bit of a nana nap. All right, Carl Beaver in the Beaver reliever now out of the chute. Jay Amon doing the navigational duties. Got the boat right in the middle of the course coming down towards commentary. Worked very, very well. Did the jet speed hull in and out of that hairpin. The Group B category, and of course qualifying round number 4. At the moment we're looking like we'll be able to get 5 qualifying rounds in, which is just a wonderful thing, even considering that we were half an hour late due to the rain that we've had in Wonga Vegas over the last few days. Some 60 mils has fallen in a couple of days according to the farmers, so that is always plenty. So Carl Beaver, the man from Waikato, now just squeezing the throttle, lining up that finish line, and across there with a 102.856, 102.856. Yeah, he blew that one out a fair bit. I dare say the after lunch calories have weighed him down a little bit. It is quite interesting that after lunch after the lunch break, traditionally we see about 75% of the races go slower than their previous time. So I'm not sure if that's all to do with trying to get the head switched back on again, or they're just putting on too many calories during the lunch break, but it's certainly an interesting statistic. Don't worry about that as we see Bevan Schuler out on track, Grant Gibson doing the navigational duties. Bevan Schuler, the builder from the Naki region, the Rotakari Rodent. Schuler Concrete Transport Diesel Services and the Sign Group all wide out of that hairpin. Really starting to, these guys and girls, really starting to get to grips with the rotation of this track. We haven't seen too many go too far wrong. Nice fast rotation, providing plenty of action that we've already seen so far today. The split here for Bevan Schuler is a 42. So he is actually quicker than the time that Tim Edhouse set, who's currently Tim in qualifying 4, sitting on the top of the tree. So Bevan Schuler in the run is a 58.393, straight to the top of the table, and 6.6 of a second quicker than Tim Edhouse. So Bevan Schuler got the game face on. He went quicker than his last time out. So Bevan Schuler, 0.098 of a second quicker, goes against the 75% that I was just telling you about. But with 75%, you've got to have 25% of leftover, according to my calculations, although I do believe that the people in Ireland do understand or don't understand that 33% of the population doesn't make up 2/3 of their thoughts. So it is Sam Tweedy out on track at the moment, Darcy Redstone, the Eagle Hull. Farmlands on the side of the boat. It'll be interesting to see how boat number 26 goes. Of course, Sam Tweedy had a race last season, but effectively this is his rookie season. And the bright white orange helmets looking pretty good. You can see the eyes coming out of the Eagle Hull off the bow as it makes its way around the track, heading towards the split time in front of commentary, and it's a 46.235. So they're well down on where they would like to be. They are slower than Carl Beaver, and Carl Beaver really had a slow one that time out. So the Eagle, oh geez, he brought that in nice and tight to that apex, and it's a 103.470. 103.470. Yeah, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, my co-commentator, Leighton Manel, I think he's popped in. He's sort of like a bit of a seagull. Pops in, makes a bit of a flap, says a few things, and then takes off again. If anybody sees the Shrek around, just let him know. Oh, there he is. He's walking up here like he hasn't got a care in the world. Just wandering his way up. All right, the reason he's just wandering his way up is because it is his wife, Kelly Manel, in the Girl Talk machine at the wheel, with Cherie Patterson doing the navigational duties. Bogged it down around the first right-hander. So Leighton was suggesting Kelly needs to stick her jandle right into it. That's the way to transition through that hairpin. Yeah, choosing the middle part of the course. A lot of boats going out really wide out through that sweeper. And of course the danger is that you suck the water towards the boat and then you can run out of water. But Kelly Manel with a 43.388. So she's sort of in the mix there for that split, sort of somewhere around the time that Ollie Birder posted. So the Girl Talk machine in qualifying 4 posts a time of 59.320. Kelly Manel into position 4. So I think Leighton will be reasonably happy with the way that Kelly has just run there. The next boat off the trailer will be Chris Rasmussen from the Professionals. Running a little bit out of order this particular round. Holly Sutherland doing the navigational duties with the young lady from New Plymouth, the legal executive, the Professionals Real Estate Attraction Sign and Design, Steve Hildred Motors, and Max Pennington's Auto City. During Q2, Chris got himself a bit confused and managed to park it up on the dirt, which, well, it's not the easy part of the way around a jet sprint course at all. Chooses the middle line. Eased off and squeezes the accelerator. Not the fastest in and out, but certainly tidy around there. Didn't lose a whole lot of time, all things considered. The boat just sounding a bit rough at points. So Chris Rasmussen into the split there with a 43.614. So he's a bit untidy around that right left-hander. Really had to hook onto the boat. All right, so 59.877 there for Chris Rasmussen into P5. We've just had some information that's come back from Outer Limits and Craig Shaw, that boat just not getting off the start line quickly at all. The information that we're getting is that they got the blades around the wrong way. Now, so so the word is that some idiot buggered something up. But anyway, we've got the information. So I dare say that some idiot will be rectifying that issue. All right, Buttercup now. Third time lucky. Well, it's his fourth qualifying run. Let's hope it's fourth time lucky that he can get this boat sorted out. Sign writing blazoned across the stern of the boat. He just has not been able to get the handle on this new boat. This is looking a lot better. Normally, he can just drive his old boat foot flat. He's had to work out how to feather this one a little bit better. Oh, very wide Buttercup. He's done it again. That is almost like he has seen if he can do an immediate replay of what he did last time out. And he nailed it. If you put those two bits of footage side by side, there would not be a lot of difference at all. But he's still maintaining the pace. So the anger, the aggression, and a 44.440. He's well down on where he needs to be. But as soon as you stick your boat into the tyres and then rub it up to some of the bank, you're going to wash off a lot of time. So Buttercup really not having a good run of it at the moment. And a 60.445. 60.445. Yeah, so Buttercup, well, qualifying round number 3, he banged the tyres out of the hairpin, then ran it up onto the next island. Qualifying 4, he did exactly the same thing, and I think if you got that footage, honestly, side by side, you wouldn't see any difference in the two runs at all. And we now go down to the B driver of Fortitude Racing, Bryce Barron, Caleb Barron, doing the navigational duties. These guys did post a time in qualifying 3, so that's positive. Qualifying rounds 1 and 2, both DNFs. Constant pace, that's what we need to see into that hairpin. These guys now starting to get on top of how to drive a V8 jet sprint boat. Really seem to have a lot of confidence in the rotation here. So Bryce Barron over there with a well down to the split to 49. He won't be worried about that because these this pairing from Carterton certainly looking a lot more confident in this run. There is no doubt about it. There doesn't seem to be hesitation. The communication between driver and navigator working very well, and that is a 1 minute 7 seconds 541, 107.541. So Bryce and Caleb Barrett will be very happy with that run indeed. That rounds out qualifying round number 4. Hayden Wilson, I better have a look down there. I got a little bit ahead of myself. Yep, Hayden Wilson coming out. White Noise, the Wanganui man. Yeah, Hayden Wilson now coming off the trailer, making his way towards the starter. Jumped ahead a little bit. They're running out of order, as we said, so just I need to switch my brain on the drivers. Sometimes slow down, so does the commentator. Not unusual, don't worry about that. Angela Watson doing the navigational duties here. The retro 70s helmets, which seem to be getting more and more popular. So Hayden Wilson, White Noise into the hairpin. A local to the area, so get behind him. Everybody from the Wonga Vegas region. Sponsored by Engine Rebuilders Wanganui, J&B Contracting, Creative Aluminium and Woody's Engineering. So Hayden Wilson into the split. That's a pretty good split, a 41.977. So that is the quickest split out of the Group Bs for this qualifying round. Maintain the pace and he'll go straight to the top and unearth Bevan Schuler. So Hayden Wilson there with a 57.589 straight to the top of the table. 0.8 of a second quicker than Bevan Schuler. So here's how it looks for Q4 Group B. Hayden Wilson, Bevan Schuler, Tim Edhouse, Ollie Burdick, Kelly Manell and Chris Rasmussen will round out the top 6 for qualifying round number 4 in the Group B category.